I'm pleased to be officiating at this ceremony to lay the foundation stones for 3 critical infrastructure projects which are under construction here at Gwanda State University. These include the construction of an engineering laboratory and innovation complex, a lecture block and agro-innovation complex, as well as setting up of an agro-industrial park. This is in line with the investment mandate to play a strategic role in animal and veterinary sciences, irrigation engineering and management, mining engineering, environmental engineering, as well as environmental management and ecosystem restoration. I'm impressed by the strides made by the Vice-Chancellor and her team, with support from the Second Republic, which have seen infrastructure at the Epoch Mine campus being renovated. Most of the houses which had been derelict and unused are either in the process of being rehabilitated or have been restored. The fact that you are able to accommodate all the students and the staff in the refurbished infrastructure is commendable. Well done, Madam. One of the key mandates of Gwanda State University is dealing with the minerals and mining resources in our beloved country, Zimbabwe, especially in the field of mining engineering. Hence, the establishment of this university is timely, as our mining sector is growing and envisaged to grow to over 12 billion by the end of next year. The West imposed sanctions on us, and the principal objective was to cripple our economy and our country so that we can revolt against ourselves. But the opposite has resulted. We have become more united and determined to grow our country, ourselves. Nyika, inovakwa, nevene, vayo. Highlighting this phenomenal growth was the commissioning of the Blanket Mine Central Shaft Expansion Project yesterday, here in Matebele South Province. In light of this, it is necessary that institutions such as Gwanda State University take up the mantle and speed up research initiatives, as well as develop innovative capacity which will lead to lifting many Zimbabweans out of poverty and into prosperity through such sectors as mining. Fortunately, our country is endowed with huge minerals. It is therefore of the engineering and the innovation complex will put an end the present undesirable situation where students are being bused to other institutions for practicals and experiments. The complex will also be accessible for use by both small and large-scale miners in Matebele and South Province and beyond, who may need certain technical and professional services, such as sample testing. Upon its completion, the engineering laboratory and innovation complex will house 7 laboratories, which include the ore receiving and assaying lab. The environmental lab will be used for undertaking tests for contaminants that affect human life, while the wet lab will enable the carrying out a wide range of qualitative and quantitative tests of chemical ores. Other labs include the characterization lab, physical metallurgical lab, rock mechanics lab, engineering workshop and production lab, as well as the geomatics and surveying storage lab. The situation whereby artisanal miners encroach into institutional facilities is unacceptable and should stop forthwith. Instead, artisanal miners are encouraged to seek collaboration with institutions of higher learning to develop technologies and innovations and solutions to enhance their productivity and profitability, as well as solutions for environmental restoration. Ladies and gentlemen, upon completion, the lecture block and agro-innovation complex will support health science advancement by providing more artificial intelligence, biomakers, and genetic testing, among others, that are suited for our local environment. These facilities must be much more than mere just farming enterprises. I have congratulated the two gentlemen who have donated 50 hectares and 56 hectares to Gwanda University, a Mr. Ndlovu and a Mr. Moyo. I have donated a tractor to each for that gesture. Going forward, it is my expectation that the construction of infrastructure at Gwanda State University will result in the nurturing of startups, development of new innovations and registration of patents towards accelerated industrialization. They must also dovetail with our national imperatives as well as the targets set out in the African Union industrialization strategy. As Zimbabwe, we are committed not only serving our beloved motherland Zimbabwe, but also the broader African continent and beyond. As such, our science, technology, and innovation-driven education 5.0 philosophy, as well as the increased number of medical schools, innovation hubs, industrial parks, being championed by my government, must also be understood in this context. But as a matter of fact, many countries in Africa are coming to Zimbabwe to find out what is this philosophy in Zimbabwe, the 5.0 philosophy of science and technology. We are revolutionizing the continent. We are small, but we think big. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my sincere hope that the foundation stones that I have laid today have placed Gwanda State University on a firm developmental trajectory which will see the institution transform into an innovative and a self-sustaining entity. Let me once again assure Gwanda State University that my government will continue to avail the requisite resources for the construction and sustenance of the institution. I call upon other stakeholders, including the private sector, mining houses in our country, and development partners, to complement government efforts in developing this budding institution. With these remarks, it is now my singular honor and privilege to wish Gwanda State University successful and speedy construction of the engineering laboratory and innovation complex, lecture block, and agro-innovation complex, as well as the agro-industrial park. Madam Vice Chancellor, these are our wishes, but you have to do the job yourself. We only wish you well. Thank you.